the myths around diabetes?
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah?
There's so many.
I'm so bad at this. Like, I wouldn't know.
No, I mean, it's...
So first of all, I know we think that it comes later in life. So
that's one.
Definitely one.
We think... So society thinks that type 2, it usually happens later in life, and that type 1, which was often called juvenile diabetes, only happens in childhood. Over 50% of all new diagnoses of type 1 are happening in adulthood, not to children. Okay. So it's often overlooked in adults, and they're...
Male and females equally?
Yeah,
there's
no
gender,
there's no
dominance.
Gender bias. I think it's around 50, it's almost 50-50.
Okay.
I don't think that it's more girls than boys. Maybe in certain countries it may be, but from what I remember, it's pretty close. And with type 2 as well. What will happen for adults that have type 1, they will often get misdiagnosed as people with type 2. Then they don't get the right treatment. They'll get on insulin, but maybe not the right kind of insulin, and they'll be told all this stuff, and some people will go for like 2 years before they get the proper diagnosis.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And
why?
Because general practitioners are not really trained in the nuances of diabetes as an endocrinologist would be.
Okay.
And there's also a few other types of...
But they don't get referred?
Not always, depending on where you live, or just
Okay.
it depends.
The healthcare system just mind blows me sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on where you live, and then suddenly one day someone that's been thinking they're type 2 for 2 years sees the symptoms and they go, oh, this is me. Could I have? And it may not be type 1. There's some other genetic types, like something called MODY, where one of your genes isn't quite working properly and it presents itself as type 1, but you need to take certain tests to make sure of exactly what type of diabetes it is. So there's a lot of misconceptions about that. So myths, and I feel like every November we kind of do like a big list, but that some people actually think it could be contagious.
No.
Yeah.
So I touch you and you have diabetes.
That could be.
Why would they think so? Oh my God.
Just, lack of education in some places.
Oh, wow.
And there are some remote places where people think it could be contagious, or that, the person is lesser than because they have diabetes, like we discussed a bit earlier. Like you can't do things with diabetes, or because you're diabetes. There's a lot of the biggest misconception, and kind of the thing that drives me crazy, is the shame and blame around diabetes.
Okay.
Particularly with type 2. And a lot of people don't understand the difference between type 1 and type 2, and that's okay. But they think the person did it to themselves. Well, if you would just not be lazy, if you would just eat, if you, eat properly, or if you would have just done this, it's your fault. Nobody shames and blames anyone for having cancer or facing challenges with mental health or any of those other awareness things, that we always talk about. And it's nobody's fault. Someone that has diabetes, it can be part of a larger way that their body is working, their metabolism. It could be genetic. And if we look in general at just access to food, a lot of people live in food deserts. They don't have access to healthy food all the time. Yeah. So perhaps that added to it. There's so many reasons why people get diabetes.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of myths around taking insulin, that it's not healthy, it's not good for you. If your doctor tells you that you need to take insulin, there is no shame in taking insulin. If you're type 1, you must take it or you will die.
Yeah.
You have to have insulin.
You have to have it.
If you have type 2 diabetes and you've been prescribed insulin, there is no shame in taking it. And then the reversal discussion, maybe you will get off insulin and, decrease your need, but maybe you won't, because it just depends on how your body works.
Is reacting and all of that.
Yeah.
So
there's
I was brought up in an Arab home. My mom is Arab, and the way we were raised was like tough love. Anyways, that's
I like
so I would hear my mom saying, guys, like in Arabic, she'd be like, don't give me diabetes.
Uh,
So growing up, I never knew how I gave her diabetes.
was she saying it like from like the stress of it?
Yes.
Wow.
So my mom
is
would say-
that common in?
I don't know if in other homes, but in my home, my mom would be like, "You guys are making me sad today, so don't give me diabetes. If you make me sad, I'll have diabetes."
Oh wow.
I mean, the way we were raised was very interesting.
No, that's so interesting because I mean, and a lot of stress can cause insulin resistance. Someone came to me, a good friend, a CEO of a company, and he's like, I went to the doctor and did this executive checkup, and the guy is healthy. His wife cooks amazing organic plant-based foods, all the things. They said I'm pre-diabetic. And I said, well, you probably have a really stressful job
life.
and that will trigger it. So maybe, but that's just so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
it's a
never heard that
common thing.
before. Okay.
It's a common thing. I mean, so we always relate. I mean, I don't know if it's common outside my family, but I always heard it like, oh, he got diabetes because of this one incident in their life. So we go into, obviously we go into each other's lives and we know everything that's going on in everybody's life and all of that. So for example, somebody lost somebody, like someone dear to them or had a traumatic type of incident. Diabetes was always, again, in my society, like in my family, associated with like a traumatic incident.
Well,
And a huge amount of stress.
it is interesting that I have met a lot of people with type 1 or people that have spouses and others with type 1 who they feel it was set off by a traumatic event.
It was triggered.
It was triggered, yes.
Yeah.
Like I met one woman, she's like, yeah, my husband was in a bank when it was being robbed, and then after that the doctor thinks that triggered his type 1.
Wow.
Yeah, so could be, but in the case of type 2, because usually that comes more gradually, I've not heard or looked, to be honest, looked for any research that supports that. But that's just super interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom, she still uses uses that out. It's like, I'm older now. I'll get it more quickly.
Oh no, the stress of it. Well,
Mom,
she's
keep
not
doing that,
completely
we're
wrong.
gonna get it.
So focus on your lifestyle more, Mom. Don't focus on the stress that the kids are causing you. We're so sorry, but yeah, you can overcome us.
Just leave us alone. I think.
No, not by leaving you alone. Just
No, but it's interesting. So, I mean, the more I found out about, like, I read about diabetes and stuff, I'm like, oh, my mom was right again. You
she
know,
knew.
like,
She
oh my god. But like, and I love cultures, and I love how my grandmother used to eat, and I love all these little things that if we listen carefully and if we observe carefully, the elder generations, they knew certain things without all the stats.
yes.
And they knew by being very aware, very present, very connected to their bodies on earth. Like there was a lot. My late grandma, dad's side, she passed away 4 years ago. She was pretty much a vegetarian. And she always preached about, like, you guys eat meat so much. Like, what's wrong with you people and generations, and you're eating this basically crap going around, and this fried chicken that you guys ordered. Like, she would like be like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's not natural, it's not from the ground, it's not.
Yeah.
And not that she called them organic or plant-based, but that's how she ate.
Yeah, that's
Right?
how I was brought up. Like, we were not, it was like, organic wasn't a thing. But it was like, no, we're not putting pesticides in our garden. We're going to eat this.
Yeah.
And here's some wheat germ to have on your cereal. And no, we're not buying you sugary cereals.
Yeah.
Because they're just sugar.
Bad.
And that is another myth, that sugar causes diabetes, but not, again, it's about your body. So some people think like, oh, even they would say to me, you had too much sugar, that's why your son has diabetes. You ate too much sugar when you were pregnant.
Oh my God. So
A personal trainer actually said that to me. Needless to say, I never went back to him again because I was like, what a jerk. Yeah. So yeah, there's loads of misconceptions. But
the power of words.
The power of words. But yeah, just eating well. And yeah, our grandparents and sometimes parents did like know a lot of things. And you know, I don't want to criticize an industry, but big food, making food more cheaper and addictive, is not helping anyone.
No.